Hive Skywars is boring. Which is something I think we can all agree on. I mean, honestly, we've been doing the same thing for years now. Loot chests, bridge to mid, loot mid, and run around mindlessly while beating up poor defenseless children. It gets stale after a while. This caused Skywars players to come up with their own ways to make the game more enjoyable again. Things such as challenges have been around in the Hive community for a while now. However, one specific challenge that has been in many other gaming communities has never been done on the Hive, this being the Nuzlocke challenge. Originating from the Pokémon series, Nuzlocks have been adapted to also be attempted in games such as Brawl Stars, Sonic, and even Five Nights at Freddy's World. But all of this begs the question, can it be done on the Hive? Since I hate myself more than the average Minecraft YouTuber hates following the law, I've taken it upon myself to try and complete the Nuzlocke challenge in Hive Skywars. But to do a Nuzlocke, we must first know its rules. On screen currently are the universal rules that every Nuzlocke must use. Now I would make up the rules for the Skywars one myself, but since I'm creatively dense and lost a chess game to a doorknob, I got my Hive-streaming, earth-shattering black suit partner in crime, the squad of bozos, to create the rules for this challenge, as he is known to be one of the smartest Minecraft players to ever touch the game.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Demo. Very cool. Anyways, here are the rules. You can only use the first item type you find. This means that if you find a stinky, crappy, worthless, good-for-nothing iron sword in a chest, you could only dream of having a diamond one. This makes looting chests a gamble, so watch out. Rule number 2, once you die with an item, you can't reuse it in a future game. This means if you obtain full diamond armor in one game and randomly get erased off the face of the earth, you'll be forced to wear a plastic bag and a fishbowl as your only form of protection in the following game. And finally, no wars. This isn't an adaptation of any rule, I just really hate that demo guy. He locked me in the cellar, and he barely feeds me. Please send help.
Alright, that's enough from you, buddy. Anyways, now that the rules have been established, let's get into the first game. Which chest should I open? Well, my mother always told me I was special, so let's go for the third option. Yeah, I still have no idea how this happened. Could have been from lag, Bedrock bridging mechanics being funky, or me failing to perform simple tasks in a cube game. But this was a huge loss. Not necessarily from the trash armor or the iron sword, but from the pickaxe, andesite, and snowballs. The pickaxe being a very useful tool to mine out certain areas or blockades, the andesite being my main way of traversing the map, and snowballs being one of the key elements in Hive PvP. All of them just gone forever caused by the failure of a bridge. However, despite these setbacks, I knew I had to keep my head up. There's still over 20 items left in the Skywars loot pool, so I'm not completely screwed. I went into the next game very optimistic. I had big plans. Loot a few chests, use my axe to gather blocks, and rush to I fricking voided again. I genuinely have no idea why this keeps happening. If I keep this cycle going, I'll eventually void enough times to lose every item and lose the challenge as well. After this game, I lost a total of 9 items, including the other 3 iron pieces, the chain helmet, the stone sword, the stone axe, the 2 wood planks, and the knockback boombox I accidentally placed at the start of the match. After this game, I just felt a little lost. Discouraged, I got off for the night and wouldn't touch the challenge for a good while. Days would pass by as the burden of completing this dumb thing lingered in the back of my mind. I tried to distract myself by doing other activities, but I soon accepted that I needed to do this. After mustering up the courage, I logged onto the Hive and started queuing some Skywars, finishing my broken quest. once and for all. This is bad, like really, really bad. Since I died in this match, I'm left with literally no armor available to use in the next game. In case your head is functioning on a hamster wheel, this makes winning a game of Skywars nearly impossible. As I was just about to give up, I remembered what had led up to this moment. I had been telling everyone about this video for weeks. Everyone was excited. They were ready to see what I had to offer. Wrongways revived the Hive competition was my driving point for releasing such a video, to play my part in this revival. This was my effort to help resurrect Hive content back to what it had once been. I had made up my mind. I'm gonna continue fighting. But to help motivate me into finishing the final game, I got one of the most motivational people I knew, Server Gaming, to give me a final speech before my last stand.
Demo, you got this. Come on, play the last game, dominate it, you can win. I believe in you. I know you can do this. Just if you lose to a couple hackers and you'll fall in the void and fumble a couple of times, doesn't mean you're a bad player. No. What do you think your family would think of you if they knew you were losing like this? You gotta keep on going, you gotta grind, and you gotta get that victory royale.
After Server Gaming's very mediocre pep talk, I was ready. At last, I queued Skywars for the very last time. I had done it. The Nuzlocke challenge had been conquered. Following this challenge, I now see Hive Skywars in a new light. The enjoyment this game shall bring you is dependent on how you choose to view it. And after all of this, I can now confirm that Hive Skywars is not as boring.